Hello friends, I'm in Frankfort, Maine at the end of the Treat Point Road, and all the way up this hill, which goes down about half a mile on a very uneven path that would tear the bottom out of most small cars. I just walked it, and you walk up to the top of this hill, and there is actually a cemetery up here, and it's very well kept up. It's the cemetery of the Treat family. But it's probably one of the most difficult cemeteries I've ever visited. You come to the top of that long dirt trail, and it says Howard L. Mendel, Wildlife Management Area, Treat Point, State of Maine, Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. If you were to walk through those woods, you eventually come to the cove here in Frankfort. But we're going to take this path on the right, and that will lead us to Treat Point Cemetery. Very scenic, and it's very well kept up for being deep in the woods like this. I visited here about a month ago, give or take. If I hadn't have found it on Find a Grave, I probably never would have known there's a cemetery way back here. And I parked my car all the way back at the beginning of that trail before it turned into dirt, because last year I almost ripped the bottom out of my car. I got up here around twilight and decided to turn back. So curiosity got the better of me, and I learned I had to walk up the hill and through these woods to get there. But it's well worth it. It's such a scenic, historic, old cemetery. We've had a pretty warm summer, so you can see the plants have grown up. It wasn't like that a month ago when I visited here. But obviously they can't get a mower up here very easily, so they probably bushwhack it in the springtime and just kind of let it grow throughout the summer season. And we're coming right up on the cemetery. You can see it all kind of goes downhill. And you can't really see it from here, but the bay is through there. The cove in Frankfort. And there we have it. Treat Point Cemetery. Now here lies the descendants of the original Joshua Treat. He's buried in nearby Stockton Springs, but he was the actual founder of Frankfort, Maine. You can tell it's a pretty small cemetery. It just has the founders and their family here. So this is Frederick, son of Robert and Joanne Treat. Died July 22nd, 1854. He was 15 years, 5 months, 11 days. Frederick Treat's footstone. There's his mother, Joanna, who died in 1883. And there's Joanna's husband and Frederick's father, Colonel Robert Treat. This is his family cenotaph. Oh, it wouldn't really be a cenotaph because he's buried right next to it. It's the family monument. That's good. probably 20 feet tall. And this says, in memoriam Joshua Treat, died October 21, 1826, age 70 years. Lydia Buck Treat, his wife, died November 18, 1843, age 81 years and 1 month. To redeem from oblivion, this stone is inscribed by their great-granddaughter Grace Fletcher Kelly, August 6 of 1930. So their great-granddaughter knew that they were buried here unmarked. She wasn't having it. She felt her great-grandparents should be memorialized. This Joshua Treat would be the son of the original founder of Frankfort, Joshua Treat Sr. And here we have their footstones, so they'd be buried about right here. Very historic stuff. This is their daughter, Nancy. It says, to the memory of Miss Nancy, daughter of Joshua and Lydia Treat, who died December of 1820, age 12, it looks like. This is what I believe is another daughter, Mary Treat. You have the 2 footstones lying there. Captain Albert Treat, and then Waldo Treat, I believe, would be the sons of Joshua. No, it couldn't be because of the dates. Albert here was born July 11 of 1834 and died September 6, 1868. Waldo was born 1841, died January 31, 1891. Likely the grandsons of Joshua and Lydia Treat. And here are the Pierces, to the memory of Waldo Pierce, born February 22nd, 1778, died October 10, 1841, age 63 years. Catherine Treat, wife of Waldo Pierce, born December 2nd, 1782, died August 24, 1863, age 80 years. So likely the daughter and son-in-law of Joshua Treat Jr. and Lydia. Alston, son of Webster and Lucilla Kelly, says, of such is the kingdom of heaven. And here we don't have real grass, we have sphagnum moss, which acts as a natural sort of blanket to the interred beneath it. And here we have the great-granddaughter of Joshua Treat Jr. and Lydia, who was referenced earlier. She made sure they were memorialized. You can actually see the stone from her stone. It's probably 20 feet away. So it says Grace Fletcher Kelly, born at Frankfort, Maine. She was born right here in Frankfort, just like her great-grandparents. She was born August 6, 1851, died in Boston, Massachusetts, December 23, 1935. Daughter of Israel Weber and Lucilla Pierce Kelly, who are interred at East Concord, New Hampshire, and granddaughter of Waldo and Catherine Treat Pierce, who we just saw a moment ago. Arthur Pierce died November 21, 1899, age 79 years. And here is the actual personal stones of Waldo Pierce and Catherine Treat Pierce. It simply says father and mother. So, well worth the effort to hike up here. Get a little bit sweaty doing so on a day like this, but it's good exercise, get some steps in, as well as getting to visit the historic Treat Point Cemetery. Very well kept up for being in the middle of the woods for 200 years.